lowest level that I'm willing to accept? What's the bare minimum baseline that is okay over here? When you ask yourself that question and you answer it and you start raising it, that's when you start making yourself eligible to go to higher and higher levels of what you're doing. But you got to be willing to ask the question, and you got to be willing to set the barometer, let's just call it, or we can just call it setting the standard for what you're going to allow versus what you're not going to allow. And what is that for you? If you want to go to a higher level. Again, now, if you just want to stay where you're at and you're good with what you're doing, then you can continue as you've been. But if you're looking to go to a higher level, this is a requirement. This is not a nice to have. This is not a suggestion. This is a requirement. You have to decide what the standards are, and then you got to hold yourself accountable to those standards. And any accountability gaps that you have, they're going to keep showing up over and over and over again, because other people are going to exploit them. Because they can tell either through your actions, through your words, or through your energy that these things that you are calling standards are not actually standards. If something is actually a standard, there are no exceptions. There are no off days, there are no exceptions, there are no, well, I'll let you slide this one time. That doesn't happen when you have when you have a standard. There are no exceptions to a standard. If there are exceptions, then what you have is a suggestion. Now, a suggestion, sometimes you can go with it, sometimes you cannot. But a standard, there are no off days. There are no off moments. There's no off peak to a standard.